People just don't like to listen, do they? Y'all wanna do this whole name changing thing, don't you? You change Clearview's name to Johnstown Heights, and magically it's a different name. It's saying fucking Fudd's running that shit. If Dr. David West, or sorry, Jason West, I believe is what it is. If he's still with that facility, well, it's not just the facility that should be shut down. It should be the entire state of Colorado that's audited over that. For them to reopen that place is friggin' gross. Especially after the felonies those people committed against me. And now Tony Kovaleski. Of course, I want to show a gentleman here. There's a feller here, Mr. McKinster. And he was talking to me tonight about some pretty interesting stuff. And he's, well, telling me about his background. I like the guy. I really do. Oh. Anyway, I decided not to record tonight for too long, and well, when it wasn't necessary, I do try my best just to be good to everybody, as well as I'm capable anyway. I hope I didn't just lose my keys, because I had to actually take my key off of my keychain so that I can rattle it properly to get everything started. I haven't actually listened to this one on Clearview, but they changed the name from Clearview to Johnstown. I remember when Tony Kovaleski, his first one, he tried to claim that they reported it on his channel first. Denver 7 investigates. I was literally talking about Kovaleski on my channel today, weren't I? Yeah, that's right, I was. So, boy, oh boy, is I proud of me. So I noticed that, this is another one of them places that I was at, that I told you what was happening. You didn't want to hear it. And now people's dead. So I'm going to end this video and I'm going to listen to that. There was some stuff I was wanting to do tonight. I wanted to make 3 videos while I sat down and actually, instead of working on the stuff that I should be working on, I got to take a break from that stuff. I got to find some semblance of decency in my life. Instead of having, you know, friends like Molly and friends like Tom and a lot of other of these friends that are, you know, they're constantly in need, but they're not willing to help others. They got it in their heads while they're having otherworldly shit going on. Like, you know, you can't trip balls or get drunk or, you know, do meth to the point that you don't know what's going on around you and then call it helping somebody. That is some otherworldly shit there. That is some, you took some medications and you are off in friggin' La La Land. You know, you drank a bit too much and you're slurring your speech so much that you're getting angry at everybody who doesn't understand you saying, dude, you are too drunk to even speak. What are you getting belligerent for? You know? So that's where we're at. I do want to run across the street real quick and check a couple ashtrays. I really shouldn't do that because I know that my vehicle ain't exactly legal right now. But I want me some tobacco. I'm addicted to some tobacco, so that's what I'm after. Seeing that Clearview is in the news, there's a lot of my predators that I turned in that are in the news have actually been in the news. Like I said, in the news. It's a matter of looking it up instead of assuming I'm nuts. Now, I like to check on people's information. When people say they're going to do something, I want to know that they're actually gonna. When somebody goes out of their way to make sure that they do whatever it is that they claim that they did in a way that there is zero chance and zero way to verify it, well, what's the point then? What's the point? When it comes to saving lives, I take my job very seriously. I asked Wendell McPhee what he'd have done if Sandy Fromm had threatened his life the way that she had threatened mine. He said, "Oh, I take threats very seriously." That's the closest to an actual answer I can get at. But for certain, the advice that he was giving me was not the advice that he would have given himself in that situation. And that's the point that I was making with it. The rules are always different for you than they are for somebody else. Oh shit, I better park my vehicle. Go grab that and then get something more. Oh, pack in, pack out. I brought the garbage. I dropped the garbage. I can get out and pick up the fucking garbage. Alright. Now that it's in my vehicle instead of being litter, it's far less important and we can proceed. Alright. Now with me not knowing what the article is actually about, I'm fairly certain with it talking at least a little bit about the fact that it's the same people running the place. Sure, different owners, same folks running it. The previous owners were in Virginia. The thing is that they just changed the name and it makes it magically okay. Like instead of it one in Nebraska, they changed the name to something house, and lo and behold, it's the same people working with the same people, and it's people who are doing the same thing. Marcia Estrada was not impressed with Tamara, and she was even less impressed with Jan Beebe. Now for me, wanting to believe y'all, most of y'all are just complete bullshitters, but I'm not. And that's where all of my supposed friends showed themselves to be fucking idiots. How many of them bothered to actually look this stuff up? How many of them claimed to care and showed that they didn't? Nearly all of them. Some of them were kind enough never to ever actually pretend to care. And that was about the kindest thing that those people could have done at that point in time. Because if you don't care, don't pretend to. Don't waste my time, my energy. Don't waste my precious resources. Also, if you thought that throwing me $50 in lieu of telling the truth You think that that's help. Understand that it's not. If you offered me $50 so I could get something to eat, I took that as $50 for something to eat, which is what it was for, was it not? So if you're gonna throw it in my face later on when I'm still being abused because you still haven't come forward, and you want to throw a fucking sandwich in my face, I gave you a sandwich. You're such kind of stupid. When it comes to doing something about all the violence out here, all the death and destruction, it starts with pointing the finger in the right direction, and that direction is right back at yourselves. Oh, you guys look away and complain about piddly shit. I don't give two fucks about the Kardashians. I don't give a holy goddamn what Kanye West is doing. And as far as Taylor Swift with that anti-hero fucking victim blaming themselves bullshit, don't do that. Do not join that anti-hero fucking bullshit. Do not help out Taylor Swift with that particular fucking goal. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for others, for God fucking sake. Stop bitching that nobody stands up for you when all you do is fucking watch. Get off your ass. Be the fucking change. Be the change you want to see in the world. If somebody had actually fucking fought for me as a kid the way that I fight for you guys, holy shit, this world would be a lot fucking different. When I was a kid, I needed a hero. And as an adult, I don't see any reason not to be the hero I needed as a kid. Bonjour, gentlemen. No reason at all. Nobody else is going to do it. Somebody's got to do the right thing because it's the right thing to do, even if it's only me. It's unfortunate that I'm the one who is having to try to be the moral guide and the voice of reason when I'm the one not heard over the term mentally ill. Hey, hold on a second. We do here to why are the rules different? Why are they different for me than they are for you? Why are they different for Natalie than they are for me? Or Alicia? Or sick, perverted, nasty, goddamn child molesters like Ted Bollinger, Tim Beeson, Robert Franklin Mornick. On the bright side, there is one person that I know who is not a coward. There is only one person I know who I can actually consider a good man. Keep in mind, there is a difference between nice and good. A used car salesman is nice. That's nice. The man who stands in front of, or person, I should say, my apologies, sorry, I'm cold, for almost going sexist with that. That's not okay. When you got a person who stands in between a predator and their intended victim, that's a good person. A nice person will stand back and say, oh, you guys be nice, make friends. You guys shake hands, okay? You two need to shake hands. And you'll keep saying that. And one of them pull out a knife, the other one will pull out a gun, and you'll still be saying that shit. I'd rather be the one taking the bullet than to have to see somebody else get shot. Oh my God, I I'm going back to my car. I got, I think, enough tobacco to roll into a cigarette. Hopefully my vehicle is warmed up by the time I get back to it, because it's gonna take me a minute to get back. Oh, fuck. Anyway, that feller Mike and also Mr. Jaden, who both work there at the news, they're both pretty nice folks. Now, here's the thing, is that I don't want you to believe that every single nice person out there is a predator. You know, there's lots of people out there who are just afraid. Now, from what Mike was telling me about his background, he might actually be more than just a nice person. He might actually be a person, but I don't want to give him too much credit yet. I don't want to do that with him. You know, I made the mistake previously of calling people good people based on empty promises. Based on not a belief, more just a hope that they weren't full of shit, that they were going to keep their word. All right. And it's Marlboro. Yeehaw. And a friggin' Camel 99. Oh my God, baby, it's only halfway smoked too. All right. I just got spoiled. You know, I got to watch this special on Hardin, Montana. And this is almost a year and a half after I exposed what's going on up there with the missing women of Hardin, Montana video. And yes, I am still scanning the surrounding area for tobacco. You know, the news up there wanted to say they reported it first. But no, they didn't. Kind of like Tony Kovaleski wanted to claim that he reported on Waylon Lolatai first. No, he didn't. I beat him by almost 2 years. When it come to Clearview behavioral health and him claiming that it was reported there first. Again, no, it wasn't. Sean Schwartz told on them long fucking time ago. But the news didn't want to listen. They had me blackballed. They got their information from Darren O'Connor, and Darren O'Connor got his information from me. Much of it anyway. Who is it that helped coordinate with the other victims? And then the other victims, of course, Darren O'Connor helps them out, but not me. And they all want to tell me, well, you should go to Darren O'Connor. Here's the thing. Darren O'Connor already fucked me. Darren O'Connor already fucked me. So when these people are telling me to go to Darren O'Connor, no, this guy fucked me over. He used the work that I did, and he wanted to take credit for it. He wanted to pretend that I didn't exist, because it's not about right and wrong, it's about image. He wants to be some big shot fucking lawyer, but look at my reputation. Meanwhile, he got his reputation by making empty promises to homeless people. In the end, he didn't help the homeless. In the end, he instead went out of his way to sell a racist narrative for a cheap win, for a cheap victory, and to enhance his status. He did this on the hard work of homeless people like myself. Darren O'Connor is a worthless piece of shit. I have no respect for the man. He helped my predators to get away. And then he profited from helping those people to get away. He was able to profit off of my abusers. If he had been a good person or a good friend, he would have kept his word. He would have helped me to turn in my predators before it came a situation where Darren O'Connor was able to make a profit. But Darren O'Connor has no conscience. Darren O'Connor is not a good person any more than Tony Kovaleski is. Any more than that, what is it? Was it 60 Minutes, I believe, that did that special on Zayd Atkinson, the racist piece of shit? Who's more racist, Officer Smiley or Zayd Atkinson? That would be Zayd Atkinson. Zayd is the more evil of the two. Yes, Zayd Atkinson is more evil, if there is such a thing. More evil than, even if Smiley is a racist, Zayd is still more evil. And why is that? Because he sold every single other victim under the bus by playing a racist narrative when there wasn't one. He was targeted as a homeless person, just like any other homeless person. The difference is, in this one case, they made a big mistake, and there were people there who actually gave a shit. All these people saying it won't make a difference, it won't make a difference. You get to see repeatedly how it makes a difference. How getting the body cameras does make a difference. But how many of you helped and how many of you made excuses? When I say none of you are my friends, I mean it. You're lying pieces of shit. You helped my predators to get away, to harm others repeatedly. Clearview should not be opened up. Those people in those videos in Clearview assaulting me, all of them belong in prison. How many people do they have to fucking kill before you actually do something, you tyrannical son of a bitch? But it don't matter, does it? They're preying on my people, not yours. Cops murder a man because they assume he's homeless and because he's mentally ill and they know they can get away with it. And lo and behold, it turns out that he's not homeless and not mentally ill. He's got Asperger's. Elijah McClain showed why it is that all of us, everyone with Asperger's, everyone who is autistic, even if high functioning, we all have to have protection. The largest group of abusers for us are our caretakers and caregivers. That would be our family and friends. That would be police officers and hospitals. You say hospitals don't do that. Hospitals aren't allowed to do that. A hospital is a building. The individual employees within it are the ones who help things run smoothly and also help criminals to get away with things. You may only have one idiot nurse who thinks that just because a police officer says it to write it down. But that one idiot nurse making that one very big and illegal mistake can result in an innocent person getting prescribed medications that they shouldn't be getting that can permanently fuck them up. It can result in a victim of abuse by law enforcement being abused further because they tried to turn in law enforcement. Law enforcement in Colorado will keep on opening Clearview. We'll keep on renaming it, changing owners. But the reality of it is, that is a subway station. That is a throwaway station. That's part of the railroad system to Dachau and Auschwitz. And I'm probably pronouncing those wrong. Now, obviously, that's an analogy. You know, obviously, a metaphor as well. Getting railroaded in court, it don't feel good. And our end result isn't a theoretical possibility. It's an inevitable probability. When I die, nobody cares. They won't investigate my death, even though the law says that they have to. That's because of the mentally ill tag. Nobody cares. I won't be buried. I certainly ain't gonna get full military honors. But I'm not in the military, am I? Matter of fact, them soldier boys currently in uniform with the United States military are my enemies. I took an oath. And that oath is to protect the United States and its people from all enemies, both foreign and domestic. Unfortunately, it is American citizens at this point who are the traitors to the American nation and to the American people. If you want to stab yourself in the foot, that's your choice. That is your decision, but you're shooting all of us in the foot by looking the other way. That is just stupid. You looked away from you. You didn't listen to me. How many years has this issue gone on? Now, Tony Kovaleski, 6 years. 6 years after I first told y'all about Clearview. And they've been closed down supposedly permanently. And what they do? Renamed it, reopened it, and did the same shit. So, if you want to be Dr. fucking diddly dumbass, that is entirely on you. You guys don't want to listen to the victims. And that's the problem with a place like that, is that the victims are called mentally ill. We need family to care. And again, it is my friends who allowed these things to happen, who did nothing, who wanted to look the other way because it didn't happen to them. And look how many more people than my predators have reached out and touched. I'm not going to break the law unless you make me break the law. But if you make me break the law, it's going to happen. You are not going to kill my fucking friends and get away with it. You are not going to fucking murder at-risk adults and get away with it. Not on my watch. You will have to kill me to shut me up. And those of you who wanted to claim that you're my friends, you may have been my friends,
at one point in time, but the moment you started helping child molesters and rapists and murderers get away with it, you showed what caliber of person you are. You showed your content of character, and it is nil. You have been weighed. You have been measured. And you absolutely have been found wanting. Good to be rid of you. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper, and no victim left behind. Oh, come on now. Jesus Christos. Grazie.